it's our pleasure and privilege to introduce Martin Truex Jr. Thanks for haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to be back. Always good to come on Trackside.
Why is it good to come on Trackside?
It's fun. You guys have a good time. Look at all the fans out here. They're crazy. We love it.
Thanks for coming. See, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Well, how about your race car this weekend? I mean,
You know what?
practice well, but how about qualifying, man?
It all falls in the hands of the driver every once in a while, and the driver did a terrible job today. We had a really good car all throughout practice, and I get to see it now how bad it was. But you know, I've been really good all day, and I expected to be the same. And my first lap, I was really loose, come to the green, and it just threw my whole train of thought off for the second lap, and it was actually pretty good. So the sun got me a little getting into one, and I totally missed it. And then it just threw me off. So we've got a really good car. The guys did a good job with it. So I'm looking forward to the race still.
How do you rate your rookie season so far? I mean, everybody knows the last few weeks, I mean, y'all have really, really run good. It seemed like you've made it to the next step. But how do you rate your whole season right now with the one team?
Well, I don't know. It's been tough at times. You know, it's been, you know, we kind of expected to do better coming in. And there's a lot of things that I think caught us off guard. I felt like we weren't prepared when the season started. And it was like we were having good runs and we could never capitalize, and that's continued. But the progress that we made as a race team has you know, just been tremendous. Bono and all the guys have done an awesome job, and it's getting to be where you're like, yeah, we're going to the racetrack this week. You know, you look forward to it. You know you have a chance when you go, and it feels good. So it's good.
But Martin, right here, we see your car at Atlanta 2 weeks ago. You had an awesome race car all weekend long. You were fastest, one of the faster cars in both practices. You overcame a pit road penalty, and then a wheel bearing goes out.
Yeah, that's just the way it's been all year long. You know, the same thing last week. I mean, we were sitting there, you know, 5th or 6th with 3 laps to go, and Riggs gets wrecked, and we get clipped and get a flat tire again. So it's been like that for a while now. It's been tough, but we've been running good, and that's what we keep focusing on every week.
Well, now, you talk about it's been tough. I mean, I hear a lot from a lot of drivers. I mean, you know, you're a 2-time Busch Grand National champion. You've won races all over this country. Busch, I mean, you've had so much success. Mentally, have you kind of like got down on yourself? I mean, has it been tough as far as that aspect of it?
At times it has, yeah. You know, earlier in the season when we weren't even running good, it was really tough because I'm a terrible loser. I'll tell you that. I mean, all of us are. That's how we got here, is because, you know, we want this so bad, and at times it beats you up. And you know, the good thing is that everybody at DEI stands behind me 100%, believes in me, and tells me I can do it. And you just got to get through them times. It's tough at times.
It's a humbling sport, right, Elliott?
It is that. I know exactly where he's coming from.
I know one series you've had a ton of fun in. You've run it 2 consecutive years, and you have now won 2 consecutive races at Atlanta in the IROC Series. And actually, both those wins put you pretty high in both years in the points.
Yeah, 2nd last year and 3rd this year, I think. That series is just a lot of fun. You know, you go out there, you put the gas on the floor, and you don't worry about
How about that racing in Atlanta, though?
It's incredible. I mean, it's lots of fun. You beat and bang. The bumpers are real spongy, so you just bump draft like your Daytona at Atlanta, and you hit in the corners. I mean, it's 3-4 wide. It's a lot of fun to do.
I mean, hitting in the corners.
Yeah, I mean, you let it all hang out. You got nothing to lose.
That's why we need big spoilers on our cars.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
How's it been for the one team with the 8 in the chase and everybody, you know, Dale Jr. trying to win a championship, things like that? Are you guys trying anything for them or experimenting to try to help those guys, or you're just kind of on your agenda and Dale Jr. and his guys on his?
We pretty much try to help each other. Well, we try to help them as much as we can, obviously. It took a while for us to get everything kind of on the same page with our race cars. You know, throughout the middle of the season, it was kind of like we just kept taking from them and taking from them, and now it's kind of got to the point where our stuff is really similar. We like the same kind of things, and we've been able to actually help them a little bit here lately, so that feels good to do.
Yeah, but what about the difference right there now? All of a sudden, I say all of a sudden, this year we've noticed that Dale Jr. has gone to the high side more times than not. You seem like you like staying down toward the bottom.
Well, if my car will work up there, I like it a lot. I ran up there at the end of the race at Kansas, and we were really fast. So there's been some times I've been able to get up there, but it hasn't been until here lately. So I think Homestead next week will be up there by the wall.
Do you two guys talk to each other? I mean, y'all have a separate town where you can go and talk to Dale Jr.?
Absolutely, yeah. Usually after practice we get together for a couple minutes. Me and Bono and him and Tony Jr. will go over our cars and our setups and the things we liked and didn't like, and try to help each other that way. But they've been really good to us.
You know, Martin, you won the last 2 Busch Series championships. And, of course, this year Kevin Harvick has just walked away with that championship. You've been one of the few
Rookie of the Year candidates this year that has not done the double doobie. I'd like your opinion on something that I read that Kevin Harvick said this week. And here's the guy that has won the championship. He was commenting about the Busch Series. He said, one, I think the schedule should be a little shorter. I think they should seal the engines where they have to run them at least 2 weeks in a row. But the most interesting comment he made, he feels like that 5 to 6 races should be scheduled in the Busch Series where a Cup driver, it's impossible for them to get there and race it. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I think that's a good idea. I mean, you know, them guys go in there and race 10, 15 races, yeah, because they love to race and they have fun, and that's no big deal. But the guys that are in there busting their butts every week to finish 10th or 11th or 12th in points need that chance to get up there and win some races. I mean, how many races has a Busch driver actually won this year? 2 or 3?
That's about it.
So, yeah, they need to get in the limelight more and get better experience and get more exposure so they can get better sponsors and just up the level of their series.
We're talking about Busch racing and where you started with Busch North and things like that and winning the championships. How cool has it been to kind of follow in your dad's footsteps? He's at the racetrack with you every weekend and having him alongside with you.
It's been really cool. He's been a huge part of my career. You know, he's the reason I'm here. You know, hands down, everybody kind of knows that. But it's been a lot of fun to do that. You know, you watch him race in a series and you sit there and think, man, he's good. You know, I want to do this. Someday I'm going to race against Kelly Moore or guys that he used to race against. And you go out there and you beat him. And it's pretty cool.
Or Jamie Albee, or Dale Shaw.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys up there.
Bobby Dragon.
I can remember, you know, watching my dad out there racing with him and just saying, you know, someday I want to do this. And it didn't matter if it was at Wall Stadium at the local track. You know, that's what I wanted to do. And it's been a really cool experience to be able to do that.